Mate, I sneezed once in front of my mum. She's now trying to force me to have 30,000 COVID tests.
Oh god, with the rat, that's the rat
All
test.
right,
Just
yeah, yeah,
run
yeah,
through the
yeah.
rat test. Well,
I'm just like,
but
I
which
don't
ones?
think this is necessary.
Well, which ones though? Which like all of them? The nose one. I have
What
all
do
of
I
them.
know?
I have all of them. I've got the nose one. I've got the oral one. There's probably one that you have to probably stick up your ass. Who knows? Probably a bunch.
That's probably the best one.
It would.
It's closest to the blood source.
Yeah. Well, isn't that why you're meant to like?
Yeah,
Is it?
take drugs up your ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
drugs. Well, yeah, probably recreational and probably medicinal. Medicinal is probably the best way. Surely a Panadol up the ass would be the most efficient. Actually,
Well, yeah.
sure. Yeah, I
I mean,
guess.
I'm not gonna do it, but
Look, yeah, I'm not going to test it. I'm definitely not going to go that route because working. Actually, I don't know. Does Panadol even work for you? Does Panadol work? Does it work?
I think so. But I don't know.
That's what I mean. I don't know either. Like whenever I only
I
take.
know they work because, like, they were saying in a sports game I was watching, a player got injured and they gave him Panadol, but like an ibuprofen. So I know they work. Like actual professional sports medicine scientists give their players ibuprofens.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know about Panadols though.
yeah. I guess technically it should work, but I don't know.
Or
Then
any
again, it's
paracetamol drug is really what you're trying to say.
yeah, pretty much like a Nurofen, even like the Coles pass. Even if you get like that's what I mean.
Bro, it's all the
Panadol,
same.
it's
The
all the
active
same.
ingredient is the same. You just look for the milligrams of paracetamol.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And the markup's insane. For like a Panadol, it's probably at least 10 times more.
Yeah.
So
Dude, antihistamines are worse. They get costly.
yeah, the pharmaceutical game is a dirty game. I mean, everyone knows it's a dirty game.
No. The dirtiest game is the NBA. The Clippers got eliminated today. Didn't they finish in seventh?
No, they finished ninth and tenth.
Okay, well they.
Oh wait, no, no, no,
Why
no,
would the
no, no, no,
West?
no, 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 no. You're right. It's seven and eighth. They're playing another game.
Yeah, I don't understand. They changed the way the play-ins go.
No, it's
Oh,
always been seven and eighth play, and then get a
they get
second
a second
chance. Yeah,
chance. That makes a lot more sense.
yeah. It makes sense because I saw the Cavs. I'm
For
like,
the
oh, what the?
Pelicans,
Yeah, I saw the Cavs. I'm like, what the fuck? The Cavs have been eliminated. No, they get another chance.
oh, but they have to play the Hawks. So they're gonna play the Celtics. They have to play the Hawks or the Hornets.
Yeah,
I
which
mean,
is
if
gonna
they play
be.
the Hawks, they're fucked.
I think it's gonna be a sexy game either way. To be honest, just
Mm.
two absolute firebrand point guards just going at it. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
disgustingly high. It's gonna be a disgustingly high scoring game. That's what it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, no defense.
Yeah, fucking gee, I'm just looking at Pat Bev is going insane. Relax, mate. You've just got into the playoffs. Just relax. You're gonna get pumped. You're gonna get pumped
Well,
by
who are they
Memphis.
playing?
They're playing Memphis.
They're gonna play.
They're playing Memphis. Actually, you know what?
I mean, that's actually not that bad. I mean, it could be worse. They could be playing the Warriors.
Yeah, all the Suns. Imagine you're playing the Suns as a write off. But
Yeah, I think playing the Suns is way worse.
yeah. But I respect it though. Timberwolves, I mean, they've had a fucking tough run. Tough run. So at least they've actually made it. Considering
Anthony Edwards is the man. I think he has to be credited. His charisma
oh,
has
God.
changed the whole fucking thing.
I thought, look, I was going to be doing a bit more positive. The amount of Carl Anthony Towns slander we've done on this podcast, especially this season, the amount of slander we've given this man.
Yeah,
look,
and when does it turn around? When a fucking like Anthony Edwards comes?
yeah, of course. But I mean, yeah, he's a gun as well. You know, they're both guns.
Yeah, he has. But I mean, you take Carl Anthony Towns off that team. Dude, are they making the playoffs still? Possibly. You take Anthony Edwards off that team. They're in the lottery, dude. That team is a lottery team without Anthony Edwards. And it's not even because of his skill. It's because of his attitude. Like as we were saying, like who's a good example? Like a good example in sports, I guess, as like Nico Hines in the NRL. Like
Oh yeah, wait, what the hell? What am I talking about? Let the Carl Anthony Towns slander continue. 11-5 in a playing game. 11-5.
It was D'Angelo Russell, who we know is actually good.
Yeah, ice in his
It was
veins.
him and Anthony Edwards. But Anthony Edwards carried them, and
Surely,
like
surely Cat must have been injured. Oh no, man, the guy fouled out. Dumb, Carl
and
Anthony Towns.
the Chris Paul, like some guys, their mentality just like helps even more. Like it, like Carl Anthony Towns is like, although he's the biggest joker, I guarantee you he's in the change of like, dude, we better fucking win. He's a fucking player. I get.
Oh, you mean Edwards?
I guarantee, dude. Yeah, Edwards. If they lose, Carl Towns like, but now they lose. Anthony Edwards is like, dude, I'm gonna fucking kill someone. And like,
well, yeah,
I guarantee
true.
he's like,
and you know what?
You talked about when the Roosters played the Manly Seagulls and they're coming up for loss. You're like, dude, that coach, you knew he was gonna give him a spray.
Yeah. I think the one thing is like Anthony Edwards, definitely big respect. The biggest one, Pat Bev. Getting him from the Clippers, just his attitude, his hunger.
Yeah, huge as well.
Huge.
You know, Pat Bev wasn't just going to sit around and let them lose.
Yeah. And he wanted to get traded to Minnesota. I think one, because he felt disrespected by the Clippers, but two, I think he probably saw like he's not going to go to a bum team. I think he want to go to a team with potential. He's sort of like a Rondo. Rondo went to the Cavs and everyone's like, the Cavs are going to be trash. And I think Rondo's attitude is like, no, we're going to be good. We're going to make the playoffs. This is how it's going to be.
Same with Chris Paul.
And that's what Minnesota's always been missing, is just that presence, that veteran presence.
Some guys who give a shit.
Yeah, because
like the dude for ages they had Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins on the same team. Like two guys that unless you they're not self-motivated.
Yeah. And the one guy that was self-motivated, and Zach LaVine, they traded away.
Got traded, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Butler, I wonder what's going on there, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's probably because the GM listened to the two most important guys who were the two self-motivated. But now they got this new coach come in. They got Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell. I think he genuinely wants to carve out a good career for himself. Like he's genuinely worked and he seems like he's motivated.
Yeah.
And Pat Bev, Malik Beasley's a bit of a mess, but Pat Bev, these guys, they changed it, they turned it around.
Yeah. The Clippers, I mean, look, Paul George, he couldn't really do much more. The guy dropped 34 and 7, 5 and 3. Just his teammates, he literally just carried the team completely. I mean,
that's what happens when you invest all your money you put all your hopes into two guys and one of them is injured.
Yeah, exactly. And
one of them is coming back from injury. But Norman Powell should have been doing better.
Yeah, he should have been, but he's coming back off injury.
That's disappointing for them.
He's coming back off injury as well, to be fair. They got a lot of injuries.
But still, Norman Powell, Rocco, Terrence Mann. I guess, they got basically an 8-man rotation. That is tough.
Yeah, it's a tough one for them.
But yeah.
But no, fair play by Minnesota. And then on the other side,
their squad is thin.
Yeah. On the other side, Nets got the job done. They need to get the job done. Kyrie Irving just fucking going insane.
Yeah, I mean, he's, for all the bullshit, he's an amazing basketball. There's a reason people put up with him.
Dude, 34 points on 12 shots. He missed 3 shots the whole game, including free throws. And it's all 3-pointers. He got 50% from the 3-point line. He got every single 2-pointer, every single free throw.
Just think about how many possessions, like points per possession, they got out of that.
Yeah,
you just can't compete with that.
But realistically, think about this: Kyrie and Kevin Durant only took 31 shots. 31 shots between 2 of your best players.
So when you're getting 60 points from 30 shots?
Yeah, they got 59 points.
Plus all your free throws.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much getting 59 points from maybe 20 trips. 40 trips, I guess, downfield.
Yeah. And look, I didn't watch
45 trips downfield. That's crazy.
Yeah. And look, I didn't watch the game, but it looks like Bruce Brown took 19 shots. He took the most shots, nearly got a triple-double. So obviously, there must be a game plan to try and shut down Kyrie and Kevin Durant, evidently.
Didn't happen.
Seth Curry didn't really do much. No points. Missed all his shots. Nick Claxton, 13-9, 5 blocks. Drummond, 16-8. So, they did pretty well. They did pretty decent. On the other side, Garland.
7-7.
Fucking Garland's a freak, man. I've been talking about Garland.
Dude, he is.
I've been on Garland ever since the draft. It was just unfortunate he tore his ACL, but I've always been on Garland from the draft.
Hopefully he doesn't again. That's the only problem, I guess.
He's basically Kyrie 2.0. How I look at him.
Evan Mobley, dude, yeah. They're good. Hopefully they've got an injury, obviously, with Sexton, but that doesn't seem like that's
and Jared Allen.
Jared Allen, yeah, it's huge. Is he coming back? No.
I think he's out for the season. Well, I mean, they've only got one game pretty much.
Dude, he's good, Jared Allen. Hopefully these guys make the playoffs because, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to see, I guess, all 3 of the teams. I know it's
I'd rather have the Hornets. I want the Hornets.
No, I don't give a fuck.
I want LaMelo in the playoffs.
Yeah, but you all know what's going to happen, dude. They're going to get flattened by the Heat. It's not even going to be.
Are they though? It's the the Heat. The Heat is like a team where they should be winning, but I wouldn't be surprised if they got bounced out as well. They're like one of those teams. They're not convincing enough. Like the Suns, I know will dominate. The Heat could make it like a 6-7 game series all of a sudden for just no reason.
Maybe if the Hawks play.
Yeah, they're not a sweeping team to me, the Heat. And I mean, they are fucking stacked to the gills, especially with Oladipo hitting form at the right time.
No, dude, they're gonna clap. They're gonna clap the They're gonna clap the Hornets. I reckon probably the Cavs as well. But dude, again, if Atlanta get in, you don't want to play Atlanta.
Yeah, I guess Atlanta does make problem. They do make
this is the problem with teams not trying in the regular season. Because not only does it mean that like the teams don't try, but it fucks the teams that do try. Because even if you come first, it's not even about coming first or second. It's about positioning where you come. Like teams are jockeying. Like no one wants like in the East, you don't want to come first because then you could have to play the fucking or you don't want to come first or second because then you play the Nets or the Hawks. Yeah. You'd rather play us like one of the fifth or sixth.
Oh, 100%. Look at the Celtics. The Celtics are just like, bro, we've been fucked. They've had such a good season. It seems that Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown have finally gelled together. Seems a bit, very cohesive. People forget that this is a rookie coach as well. They have a rookie coach that's been able to take it to the second seed. Don't underestimate that. And now
like the Celtics, rookie coach.
Yeah, Brad Stevens is not the head coach anymore. It's some African guy.
Then what's Brad Stevens doing? I don't know if he got fired.
No, he's like the GM now. He's more like the Pat Riley role.
Fuck, that's interesting.
Yeah, people forget about it.
Are you happy with that as a fan?
I'm not really. I'm not really a big fan of the Celtics. If I was gonna back a team, it would be the Celtics. But I mean, I don't know. It's one of those. I think they've always looked at him as more of like a boardroom development guy, sort of like a Ragnick a little bit, like where he's gonna put the team in a good position. Think about either or his draft. I mean. Yeah. Obviously, Danny Ainge has drafted these guys, but Brad Stevens obviously had a big role in who gets picked. So these are sort of his draft picks, his team, his development pretty much. And now I think he's taken a more executive role and probably going to try and outline more people to sort of bring in from a wider admin perspective to add to the organization. Because I think that's probably where his impact lies the most, realistically.
I mean, it seems like there was a while everyone was like, dude, he's the next, like, people call him the president. People were like, dude, he's the next, like, GOAT coach. People,
he was like a prodigy.
That Kyrie-less team, yeah. Everyone was like, what? So that's a weird step.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? He probably is still coaching to some degree behind the scenes, but yeah, I mean, they're going to, at least to me.
Maybe he's a man manager. He doesn't seem like his ability is showing up, but he's like, he's got good ideas, but maybe like, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's not the man management side. He's not great at. Who knows?
Yeah, he might just be all like tactics and statistical analysis, all those things. But I mean, there's only so much tactics and statistical analysis you can do to fucking one of the best point guards of all time and one of the best players of all time. It's gonna be a fucking rough one.
They got shafted. Like if they had lost a few more games, they'd be playing the Bulls.
Yeah,
they'd be playing the Bulls, dude. Or if they lost even more games, they'd be playing the Raptors.
Yeah. Look, as well, I think I might as well say this.
That's so stupid.
I might as well say this from the front. I know I project. Look, my projection of the Bulls was to go to the finals. They made the playoffs. I'm gonna retract because they don't have Lonzo anymore. So that's me.
I don't think that makes any difference.
If they had Lonzo, they would have 100% made the finals. If they had Lonzo, they would have made 100% the finals. They don't. Now it's up in the air. There's only so much DeMar DeRozan can fucking do from the mid range.
Will they win a game?
Who are they playing again?
I think they've done winning games this season. I think they're going home in 4.
Don't say that. Who are they playing?
They're playing Milwaukee. Unless I can't. They're getting clapped.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
You know what? Milwaukee might even rest Giannis for the away games. Don't even put him on the plane. Don't even Milwaukee to Chicago. That's like a bus ride, but just don't even put the K's on.
Yeah,
they're going to stay at home, dude.
Yeah, they're doing the Matisse Thybulle with fucking Giannis. You hear about that?
What's
Matisse
that? That's
Thybulle.
it.
Apparently Matisse. I can't figure out why. Like, there's no information about it. But apparently Matisse Thybulle can't play in Canada. Like, he's not allowed to. So he's not allowed to
Oh,
play.
why?
He's not allowed to play. He's not allowed to play in the Raptors. Like in their away games.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's fucking strange. I've been trying to figure it out for like the past couple of days because it's like been released that he's not allowed to play in Canada. I don't know if it's like a visa issue or some shit. But
Oh,
yeah,
well, I'm about to find out.
yeah, go on the Googs.
Let's. I'm on NBA.com, so like
I
this
think
has to be.
is he because he's not vaccinated? He's not. Yeah, he's not vaccinated.
Is Matisse Thybulle not vaccinated?
Well, he's not fully vaccinated. What does that mean?
Hold on.
He's not fully vaccinated. Oh, he's only
unvaccinated foreigners.
He's got the one dose.
Oh shit!
He's a one doser.
Okay, we grew up with Chinese medicine, so he's got one dose. Honestly, that's reasonable just to get one dose.
But then you get. Oh yeah, he did actually. What the hell?
He got one dose. Yeah, probably because he thought
he grew up with Chinese medicine and was it naturopath? I don't know how to pronounce that. Naturopathic doctor.
But I think like that's kind of cooked. I mean,
it is cooked.
I don't want to like.
I mean, he's yeah. But he took one though. What did he take the one?
Yeah, maybe he thought that one's all he wanted. Because you do get some protection. Maybe he did his mate, like, if anything, this is more intelligent than people who took none. Not because taking one's better than none or whatever, but he was like, oh no, I reasonably think maybe one will help me, and that outweighs the costs. But maybe getting 2 or 3 is too much.
Yeah, I do agree. I can see the point, but if it's always been that getting the 2 doses was always the outlook. Like, it's always been the outlook that you got to get 2 doses.
Yeah, no, it's not. Dude, 1 dose protects you. 2 dose protects you more, but 2 dose, if there's any side effects, gives you twice as likelihood to get more side effects. I don't know. What I'm saying is like, it's fine that he got 1. That's totally understandable. There's some logic there.
Yeah.
But also Canada is super like, dude, like Canada doing some sus shit. Like, they're pretty poor. Like they like silence freedom when it comes to like the vaccine and like how they were cutting off the GoFundMe's to the truckers and shit. Like Canada's probably not going to buy.
Really? There was GoFundMe.
Dude, you know how there was those protests, those trucker protests.
Canada? I didn't even know that.
Canada, dude, I read somewhere that like they were doing some wild shit to those protests. I don't know exactly, but like I heard it bandied around that. Yeah, I heard it bandied around that they were blocking donations to them. That people who they froze. I heard frozen bank accounts.
What?
Because they classified them as terrorists. Yeah, I heard that was bandied around. I heard that around the water cooler.
I did not realize they were being mad like that. Jesus Christ, they're getting
no. Chudam's a fucking like he's a fucking like he's an idiot. Like the funniest part is like. Yeah, he's a bit of a dodgy dude too as well. Like that blackface photo.
Yeah,
He clearly grew up. He clearly like people think he's this great guy. I'm like, dude, this guy clearly grew up a rich asshole. Like, you can't
100%.
see that. You are stupid.
100% silver spoon.
His mama is like mates with like Fidel Castro. Dude, like his mum was like besties with Fidel Castro. Like these people are the people who back this guy. I'm like, because he's just some left wing hero. I'm like, oh, whatever, bro.
Yeah, fuck. I'm really into this. It's
Fidel Castro led a fucking, a lot of people died because that guy, and his mum was best mates with him, all that shit. Like, it's kind of weird. I don't know.
Then what I'm
saying is like Canada wouldn't budge. The point I want to say is Canada's not going to budge. Like if the NBA went, come on, Canada, just let this one guy in, like Canada would be like, no. They would be like, no.
Yeah, fact.
So
I did not realize. Gee, they're in their 6th wave. That's what they call it. They're in their 6th wave of COVID. Fucking hell.
Yeah, all right. Come on, mate. We're all in our 6th wave of COVID. Like, what are these people talking about?
Yeah.
But that's huge. But I mean, I guess it only affects the Raptors series.
Yeah, but then I would assume that it might affect more people. Well, I mean, really, like think about it. If the Nets get the Raptors, and they're fucked.
Mate, the Raptors aren't getting through. That's the point I'm making. It affects
no.
two, maybe three games.
I don't know though. Tybal's a big player. Like defensively, he's their best player. He shuts down their best player, which is probably going to be what, Siakam. Who's going to shut down Siakam now?
It makes a huge with Thibault, they clap them. With Thibault, they do clap them.
100% cheek on cheek action. 100%.
The Raptors squad is just so thin, though.
Again, it's one of those weird squads where it's just Siakam and Van Fleet, really, and OG.
Look, at the end of the day, look, if Joel Embiid and James Harden do their jobs, Harden hasn't scored over 40 points this season. How crazy is that? Hasn't scored a 40-point game this season. I mean, he's obviously done some crazy shit. It affects 3 of the 4 games of the 7 games anyway. Like they should still get through.
It should be 2-0, and then you should get 1 away, and then just close it out back at home.
What I would be really interested to see though is what happens if they do win and like they play the Nets. Well, yeah, the NBA, bruv, you can't rule out the other team's second best player.
You know what? Maybe that's low-key what Trudeau's doing. He's just like, you know what? Fuck. When we're disadvantaged, we have a thin squad. Fuck it. Let's get going.
Maybe he is a man of the people.
He is.
Maybe he is a man of the people.
If it is what it is, I wouldn't mind. If the Socceroos were playing England and they had all these rules saying, fucking certain people can't play. But yeah, sorry guys, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is, lad. Sorry. But yeah, fuck. I just saw that and I thought it was something a bit more sinister than that. I didn't realize
it's Matisse style.
That's what I thought. I was like, fuck, what's Matisse style? Would that be? I've always thought, think about Canada. It's Canada. It's like anyone gets into Canada. People go to Canada, like immigrants purposely go.
Canada aren't easy.
Dude, Canada's always been, well, maybe not anymore, but from the Filipino perspective, I'll say this. Canada, in America, Filipinos are the second biggest immigrant group behind Mexicans. So then what they did is that they had to reduce it. Like, fuck, there's too many Filipinos coming in. And because the distance is so far, they're like, fuck, like this not, I don't know. They just said, no, we don't want more Filipinos. So then what Filipinos started to do is they go to Canada because it's easy to get into Canada if you're from the Philippines. Go to Canada, get the residency, and because like whatever trade relationship Canada and America has, obviously probably prior to COVID and prior to Donald Trump.
That's a huge pain, though.
Yeah, whatever relationship they had, they could just easily come to America. So it's like a 5-year commitment, and then you get into America.
But if you're in Canada, why would you want to go to America? Why don't you stay in Canada?
Because I don't know, Filipinos, well, probably not even Filipinos, just the immigrants have this idea of America being, the land of opportunity, the American dream, blah, 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 all that type of stuff.
I guess so.
You know what I mean?
I heard like if you're an immigrant out there, if you're an immigrant from a countries are kind of rough too, and the immigration like forms, a good tip is to learn French because Canada, they're super keen on like keeping up their French speaking population, and like the Quebecois want to keep their basically the population that can speak French high, so they can keep the French going and keep their Quebecois like culture going. So I think it's like incredibly easy to get in. If you speak perfect French, you're into Canada. But I think you have to live in Quebec. But yeah, like I met this Colombian couple. Yeah. And basically they're walking me through all the processes, like the costs. And they're like, dude, like we don't really want to go to Canada because, we're from Colombia and like the weather and all that's, Australia, like the southern part of the USA is much better. But Canada's just so easy because he grew up taking French classes. Yeah. In his school, he took French as like a subject, so he speaks perfect French. It's just if you do speak perfect French, they like just don't say no to you.
Really? So
because they need the French people. So like, obviously, it's still costly. Obviously, you still got to be clean and have a clean record and have a university degree and all that. But even if you have all that shit, if you apply to Australia, like. It's a long road. Like
Australia's tough.
Australia, America, you basically have to pay for an entrance to to get in the lotto. Then you might not get in it even if you're who's someone like even you fucking Timothy Chalamet or some shit, like the cleanest, most educated, like you're not getting in. Whereas Canada, you speak French, you got all that shit, you're almost certainly going to get in.
Yeah, it's great. Australia is super hard to get into, and that's why like a lot of immigrants, they'll only send like one kid over. Like they invest all of it into one kid. Like I met up with a mate in Melbourne, and he had two Indian friends that was there, and like they're twins. And I was like, oh, you guys' accents are completely different. Like you speak like very good English, and like you.
What the fuck?
No, it's like completely different accents. And he goes like, oh yeah, my brother's been living in Melbourne for the past like 7 years. I was like, oh okay, when did you come over? He's like, oh, last year. And I was like, oh, why's that? And it's like, yeah, he just said it straight up. It was like, oh, he was a smarter kid, like when we were teenagers, and they were like, you know what? We need someone to send to a Western country, and he's probably the best shot. So they invested all their resources, all their money into him to send him over to Australia to get a better education. And then it was his turn after he got in there, which is obviously like another fucking 2-3 years to try and get in. Which is like crazy to think about, like just separated from your twin brother for such an elapsed period of time. Whereas like now they're like I guess they're culturally different. Even though I think they said they're 1 minute apart, maybe if that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, which is fucking insane to think.
It's also like cutthroat that families do that, but it makes sense. That's like when you had kids at school who like they had multiple brothers, and like one of them went to a private school and one of them didn't. It's like that on a way worse scale.
Yeah,
but yeah, pretty much Australia uses immigrants like fucking prostitutes. It just fucking brings them in, milks them, and then takes their money, takes the best years of their lives, and then kicks them out.
Yeah,
it really does.
100%. And I don't think it's too bad though. Like when they send like the immigrants and stuff to like the country towns to help the country towns. I don't really mind.
No, dude, it's hard to.
But I know they get bent over.
They get bent over, and it's a lot of money. It's really kind of. I don't know. I guess we're getting kind of off topic, but yeah, it's kind of shit.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shafting for the old immigrants. But
back to the basketball. I think if we just quickly go through these, I want to go through these lineups or these playoff matchups.
Yeah, first round matchups. I mean, the East, I think it's pretty straightforward. Oh, actually, not really. I guess there is a lot of dicey matchups. To be frank. Like especially in the mid table.
Also, quick note:
mid table for both sides is pretty good. Yeah, go ahead.
People fucking like. I know obviously the players are different, but like, I'm not having this shit where people go, "Oh, the East is so good now. The East is so good now." Like, oh, like I'm just like, mate.
Who's saying that?
People are saying like, "Oh, the playoff race in the East. Oh, the East has some good teams." I'm like, but then like when LeBron was there, everyone goes, "Oh, the East was easy." It's like I know the players have changed shit, but I think you can see now like that whole argument that one side of the league was so much better than the other. I think that's bullshit.
I don't know, boss. It was a rough.
Yes, but for fucking 10 years,
you cannot tell me that Jeff Teague, Paul Millsap, and Kyle Korver were real contenders.
But what I'm telling you is if they didn't play LeBron, like I guarantee peak LeBron on like the Cavs now, I guarantee they'd be the number one seed and everyone would be going, "Oh, this is bullshit." Like all they have is fucking Giannis and all they have is fucking Joel Embiid. Like there were times when he had to play like the Celtics. I just find it so incredibly sus now.
I would have to look.
Like, now the East is a great race. Like
I would have to look back at the teams.
As soon as I think it's also like the illusion. Like as soon as LeBron leaves, oh my god, it's competitive and it's so good. It's
but
like no, mate.
I don't know. I really don't know. Like
look at the wins. Look at the wins, dude.
Yeah,
like,
now
43 wins gets you 10th. 40.
I guess, but is it more that just the distributions change?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like the distribution. Dude, there's fucking there's 15 teams in each side.
Yeah.
This whole idea that for some conspiracy that over the 10 years, yes, the players were better. They were better, but like people are acting like the East didn't even count, as if 99% of the best players are in the East. So in the West, where it's like in anything in life, when does it work out that 75, 80% of the best things are in 150%? Like I don't know. I just think that's stupid. Like that whole idea that it just statistically wouldn't add up.
I would say this. I think it's a bit more nuanced in saying that. I do agree that a lot of the arguments and a lot of the slander around LeBron in the Heat Cavs era was, I guess, probably unwarranted. But
like the Bulls, we would be laughing at the Bulls if they played LeBron's Cavs. It would be 7-0.
Yeah,
and
but you're
going,
yeah,
oh
but
my
you're
God,
yeah,
there's
but
no competition.
Yeah, but you're laughing
but
at the
now
Bulls
we go,
the
oh my
season.
God, with the Bulls.
I guess.
You know,
but look, there was no Embiid in the East then. There was no Giannis. There's no Harden. There was no KD.
Who was that like point guard who played for Chicago? Who was that point guard? Who was the last point guard to an MVP apart from James Harden?
So the one that has no knees? Yeah, that one. The one that lost.
Oh yeah, but how many knees did he have when he was the MVP?
Yeah,
that's right, two, because he won the MVP.
Yes,
and what happened? They lost to the Cavs.
Wasn't the MVP since he got injured? Or was it the next season?
No. He played.
Okay.
And LeBron hit a buzzer beater.
Yes,
and they won it.
Okay. Yes, I give you that. One player in the East. One player.
They win the MVP, and it's like, oh, but he was small.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Okay. I'll give you D Rose. I'll give you the Celtics. That's all I'm giving you, actually. That's all I'm gonna give you. You cannot tell me any other.
Had good players from time to time. Atlanta had some good players. The Pacers had some. The Pacers had some good
Pacers
players.
had a good run. They had a good run. I give you the Pacers as well. I give you that.
The Raptors had some good players the whole time.
No.
In fact, the Raptors had a team.
No, you cannot say they're good because the amount of times people were clowning Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan as a tandem. You cannot say they're good
because they played LeBron. They played LeBron.
They weren't good. They were East good. You cannot tell me Kyle Lowry is making. You're not telling me that Kyle Lowry is making the All-Star team in the West. DeMar DeRozan at the time.
No. The West was better. The West was better, but I mean,
but extremely.
All I'm saying is, you put like one of those prime LeBron teams in this East, and I guarantee the narrative is incredibly similar. I guarantee, like their Heat, everyone goes. Say if they came 7th, saying we're playing the Heat, they go so 8th. They go, oh, Heat's a fucking what a joke of a 1 seed. They got rolled 5-0 or 5-1 by the Cavs or LeBron's Heat. Like,
yeah,
I think now. Like people like Bill Simmons saying, "Oh, this East race is so good," and I like Bill Simmons, but it's like, yeah, but these are the same guys that were saying, yeah, but these are the same guys that were saying the East was trash when you put one of those classic East LeBron teams in here, and it makes all of these guys look trash.
Yeah. I'll say this.
Except for maybe the
I think.
Although what happened when
LeBron at his peak was so insane, but he was playing mid-table teams basically. Now the East doesn't have anyone on the LeBron's peak level. But all the teams have elevated above mid-table to like
it's more of a top deeper, 5, yes, and more competitive.
But out of the top 10 teams in the league, I think probably 5 of them you could say are the East, and then 5 of them you could say in the West. I don't think it was that equally distributed before.
It's probably like 7-3.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like I said, I'll give you Cavs, I'll give you Celtics, I give you probably Raptors, I guess. Probably Raptors. Yeah. So, but yeah, back to this season.
You start with the West or the Suns, they're clapping. Oh god,
the Suns are clapping cheeks. We all know the Suns as a team.
The Pelicans, should they even play? Although the Clippers, the Clippers, could be inconvenient for them. If
Kawhi decides to take his nuts out of his stomach and play, it could get interesting.
Yeah, he's the boss man's injured.
No, but there's rumors that he might come back to the playoffs. There's rumors.
Why doesn't he play in the playing game to make sure they make it?
I don't know, because he probably doesn't want to get blamed if they lose. He's one of those.
Kawhi is low key. You go on. You're about to say exactly what I'm.
I'm just saying he's a sus character. He's a sus character.
Yeah. I've heard people say that. Yeah, like the team, he doesn't get like. Teammates, they know he just gives a fuck about himself and his brand.
Yeah. Which I'm like, what brand though? What is Kawhi
it is
brand?
Weird.
New Balance. The amount of times I've gone to a New Balance store in Australia, there's nothing basketball related. Maybe it's because there's not big demand for fucking New Balance basketball.
New Balance is a very different brand in Australia though than what it is overseas.
Sure,
but you're paying all that money.
But think about like Liverpool when they were sponsored by New Balance. Like you would think Kawhi.
Yeah, that was quite popular.
You think Kawhi would maybe not be
big.
on that level, but be around. Be in the ether. And that's before Liverpool.
Yeah, that's true.
That's before Liverpool just started winning. I think they just won Champions League probably. So before that, I know Liverpool's always been a big brand, but nevertheless, I still think Kawhi could have. That was when Kawhi was coming off his best years as well, like his peak.
Well, yeah, and just the point that you're paying a guy that much money, you may as well get your money's worth. Like you have the rights to put him everywhere. You may as well put him everywhere in multiple countries.
Yeah. Like now they sort of now he's sort of tied in with like the Jaden Smith, Jack Harlow sort of crowd, opposed to like a actual marquee sports athlete. At least from my point of view.
Jaden Smith, Jack Harlow.
That's what I mean. Like Jack Harlow is like more for New Balance than fucking I've seen Kawhi do. And I don't think
Jack Harlow is a brilliant signing for New Balance because it suits his brand as like, yeah, I'm the fucking white guy and I don't give a fuck. He does the most. Well, he does like the most stereotypical stupid like white things, and it also is like like Jack Harlow is a great brand to have.
Yeah, well, it's because like New Balance has always been the white guy brand, so they get the coolest white guy to do it. Like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
and he's proud about it. Like, when he shouts them out in his music. He wears his shoes. He's got good style as well. It's not like some fucking corny.
He's a very charming guy. He's not insecure at all. I think that's his charm. He just fucking with a New Balance. Like they're fucking weird, but I like him. Exactly. That's his thing.
Wear New Balance and you get the confidence to approach Saweetie. That's his brand. That's definitely his brand. But yeah, in the West, I think Suns they're clapping cheeks. We all know that they like to share chicks, so they're going to be clapping chicks.
Well, it looks like they'd play the Clippers and then they'd play the Mavs or the Jazz,
which could get interesting. Which I think is the best series out of the lot.
Yeah, it's if Luka plays. Luka's got an injury.
Surely he plays.
Well, if he plays, he plays, but he's got an injury.
Yeah. And I mean, the Jazz are looking prime, and this is probably their last run with the current setup of the team. Because I think,
well, they'll have Donovan Mitchell for a while.
Yeah, but I think like the Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley trio, I think this is their last run. Mike Conley's getting pretty old, and I think Rudy Gobert, he's like
they already got rid of Ingles.
Yeah, but he got injured anyway, though. You got that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like he was one of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
They've already had to get rid of one of them. One of them's already been in the dust.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think Rudy Gobert's I think he's sort of looked at as like, I wouldn't say a scapegoat, but someone that's like, you're defensive player of the year pretty much every year, but that's it. Like, you're so limited to anything else. So
he's pretty good offensively, and he does a lot of screens and stuff. But I get what you're saying.
You know what?
Like,
he's not going to.
He's like a massive contract, and he's not exactly winning you playoff games.
Yeah, he's not going to be. He's not the needle mover. Donovan Mitchell's the needle mover.
Yeah,
and I
think they keep Donovan.
They have to. They have to keep him. That's what I mean. That's why I think Rudy Gobert.
It's the NBA. It's not really their decision.
Well, that's why I think Rudy Gobert is the one on the chopping block. Like, I think they'll want to move him at all costs before getting rid of Donovan Mitchell.
But it's not their choice to get rid of Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell makes that decision.
Yeah, but surely he's on a big contract. Surely still, like he's still got a couple.
Oh, so was Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but Ben Simmons. But that's what I mean. Ben Simmons. That's why it was like Embiid versus Ben Simmons, and then they chose Embiid. I think in this situation, it's like Mitchell versus Gobert. They'll choose Mitchell and try and like move off Gobert.
Gobert's on a $200 million 4-year contract. He's got like
but there's rumors that the Mavs want him like badly. The Mavs really want him.
What?
Yeah, they wanted to play with like Doncic. They think it's like a good
actually, why didn't I see that coming? European.
Yeah. But like just defensively as well, because I think they're just deficient defensively. I think that was the issue with Porzingis. Yes, he could get blocks, but I think just his movement, his awareness defensively wasn't good. So they're just getting fucking beaten. So at least if you have like a stalwart defender in the paint where Luka doesn't have to work too hard and they drive by him, at least you have someone like Gobert that can fucking sort away balls and stuff. And then on the pick and roll, he's good. He's really good.
He's good. True, that could happen. I mean, they just got rid of, they They've got quite a bit of contract space, don't they? The Mavs.
Yeah, 100%. I think Hardaway's probably moving off soon. And then besides that, yeah, they really have no one on big money really. Besides
I think so.
Oh,
I
it's
think
Dinwiddie.
got
They got
sneaky
Dinwiddie.
contracts.
But Dinwiddie's not on that much. I think he's on I think he's only like an 80 mil. Like they don't have any. I think they've got like a max guy they could bring in if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
they make a lot of money. They can pay the luxury tax.
Yeah, Gobert's the max of the max, though. So.
Yeah, 40 million a year, although the cap does go up every year. So
yeah. What else? Fuck, Warriors versus Nuggets. That's actually dicey as well. Who knows what type of Curry you're gonna get back? You don't talk about injuries. He's the one that like we just don't know what he's gonna be like. We assume that he's probably at least gonna jump off relatively slow. And the Nuggets are on a bit of a roll. What name did you
say again?
Curry.
Curry?
Yeah.
Steph Curry. Oh, yeah, he'll be good. He'll be fine. He always comes back fine from injuries. Yeah, and when he came back against Portland, he scored like 1 billion points.
Yeah, but it's playoff basketball. And think about your best 3 players are all coming off injuries at some point in the season. Like Draymond was injured for a while. Clay obviously had the 2 years off. Steph, obviously, I think he's had a couple of weeks off now. So it's not like I think I saw a stat in total. They've only played 11 minutes together this season. The 3 of them, 11 minutes.
And they're 53. They're 53 and 29.
Yeah, I mean Jordan Poole's fucking gone a different level.
Oh, good on him. Good on Jordan Poole.
You got Wiggins. You got an all-star. You got Wiggins as an all-star. Fucking, I don't know how that happened, but you got Wiggins as an all-star.
Klay Thompson's back, man.
Yeah, he's dropping 40-point games.
Yeah, you can't tell me anyone wants to play these guys.
They got the underrated one? They got Bielitsa? Fuck, I forgot they had him. He's good. I really like him as a player.
Mate. No one wants to play there. No one wants to play them.
No, if they're firing on all cylinders, they're scary. They're very scary. But I don't know. I trust Jokic though. Jokic is a fucking animal. Like he is a 2K player. He is the definition of a 2K player to me.
Jokic.
100%. The guy he doesn't miss. He can shoot threes. He gets a bunch of rebounds. He can get blocks. He gets assists. And when you're on 2K and you make your player, and whenever the taller they are, the bigger they are, the slower they are. It just matches that. He's like that. He's so big and he's so slow, but he has all the skills. He just maxed out all his skill points. And now he's starting to wear headbands, so he's getting a big extra bit of VC on him.
Yeah, he's got the swag now.
Yeah, he's moving a bit like a 2K player to me.
His owner's been buying some 2K bucks.
Exactly. Just getting the VC. And I like headband Jokic. He looks good. He looks a bit fitter as well, probably because he's fucking carrying the whole country or the whole state on his back.
That's so funny that those European guys, I feel like none of the European guys come back in good shape because they all go back to Europe in the summer and they just whine and booze and punch cigarettes. And they all look like they do as well. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Luka Doncic looks like if Luka Doncic was a professional NBA player, I guarantee you he would be a fat commerce student in Barcelona. He'd probably be studying in Barcelona or somewhere like that. Yeah, he'd be smoking weed constantly. He'd have a massive dart addiction. He'd live in some fucking dingy uni share house. I guarantee, all of them. No,
I wouldn't even say they go to uni. They're probably you see them 25 and they're backpacking. It's what did you do before this? Backpacking. They've just been around the world for 4 years, just on rotation. Just punching ciggies in hostels, enjoying the life.
But I think that's underrated. They'll be yeah, I guess Giannis, but Giannis I want to say this in the best possible way. He's yes, he's Greek, but Greece is a fucking not exactly. It's a bit of a mess right now economically. And he's not the same. Oh fuck, I don't know how to go.
All you have to. I think the way you said is if you
he
look
gets from a close knit immigrant family.
Yeah, if you look at Giannis and you say what nationality he is, unfortunately, you're not going to say Greek, and that's just a fact.
Yeah, but what I more wanted to say was like Giannis comes from a hardworking, humbled immigrant family, and it doesn't matter how like. They have less exposure to European culture. They haven't been brainwashed by the lazy summer days yet.
Yeah.
Whereas like Luka Doncic is about as Slovenian as it comes. Yeah. So like,
from like a good background.
That's the best way I could say it.
He's from like I don't even know. Very good background.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know about Jokic. Jokic could be like that type, like a coup coach, like in the Last Dance documentary, where you think he's chilled and relaxed, but you're like, fuck, he's probably been in like war torn situations, like a lot.
He 100% is, dude. Look at his brothers; they're crazy.
Yeah. I forgot about that. The fucking Jokic.
Look at his brother. Yeah, brothers. look at his brothers. They're boozers. Have you seen Luka Doncic's dad? That guy's a boozer.
Yeah. 100%. Have you seen his mom? Why. Yes, she's not a boozer, but have you seen his mom? That's all I have to say.
But it's like. That's why it's like you'll never be like, oh yeah, like Lauri Markkanen as well. Like you never hear that. Oh, Lauri Markkanen came in great shape this year, and even he went to college in America. You know, he's had the American influence.
I haven't heard his name in a while. What is he doing? Is he still in the Cavs?
He plays the Cavs. He's a good player.
Is he the? What did he do for the Cavs? He didn't even play. Oh, he did 13-4. 3. He missed
23-7. 17.
He missed a lot of shots. Yeah, he missed a lot of shots. But yeah, this season. Yeah, 15-6, I guess. It's okay.
I guarantee no matter what happens to him in the NBA, he'll go back and he'll have a good. He's from Finland. That's pretty cool. He'll have a good career in like the European League, and he'll just 100%.
He's like a guy that will come back in the European League at like 30 with so much money and just destroy it.
Like Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Bielitsa tried to do, and then he just came back and just like, fuck, this is shit. But he was on. Oh, who's the other one? Mirotic. Mirotic was the one that did it. Like,
and he gets paid good money.
But I think he got like a 5-year, $80 million contract in Europe, which is insane.
Yeah, like insane. Like Barcelona.
Yeah. And again, he looks like a center.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money. 5 years. I think they're like dude, like he's getting more money than like Gavi, Pedri, Fati combined.
100%.
Right, they got a Barcelona because it's the same club.
Yeah. That's what I do like about that. Like, yeah, Real Madrid, Barcelona, they all just have like basketball clubs. They have a bunch of clubs actually.
Yeah, but I mean, Mirotic, he won the MVP he's been MVP for the thing. But if you're like Ronald Araujo and you're doing your contract extension, they're like, oh, you can get like $3 million a year. You're like, motherfucker, the basketballer gets $20 million a year. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, that is sharp. Like, I wonder what their revenue's like then. I wonder what the league must be good. The league is crazy, but
let me look at like Barcelona basketball attendance.
Like, think about it, like someone like Exum's like a good player for them, and he can't even make the NBA.
What's he doing right now?
He plays for Barcelona.
Does he?
Yeah, he plays for Barcelona. He couldn't get an NBA. He got cut by the Rockets in preseason training. And he just couldn't get a contract. So he's like, all right, I'll just go to Europe. And then Barcelona signed him. And I think he's doing pretty well.
Well, you know what? I wonder what his pay is there.
I wouldn't think too much, to be honest. But look, he's dropping 16
but
points.
That's fine.
16 points, 14 points, 17 points.
Dude, he's made a lot of money in his career. Like, I reckon he'd be happy. Like, I reckon he's just going to, he could just live in Barcelona. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna go to his Instagram, see what it looks like. But I think that's good on him.
Yeah, like it's not bad. And like you said, he had the NBA experience. He was a top 5 pick. He wasn't, and I don't think. And I think
he signed a 3-month deal.
Yeah, because I think he's probably gonna
3 months left.
Yeah, he'll probably like re-sign. I think if he doesn't get an NBA contract, they'll probably just re-sign him. I don't know what wicket he's on, but I wouldn't think it's too much. And like you said, he's made a lot of money already in Barcelona. I mean,
that's actually pretty dope.
Not gonna
lie.
Don't throw away from France. Don't throw away from like anywhere.
Yeah, dude, he's doing well. I'm just looking at his Instagram. He dunked on some guy in the Clasico.
Yeah, he dropped like 17-7, I think, in the El Clasico. So,
mate, playing for Barcelona is that's pretty like. Dude, I'd rather play for I know the money's probably different, but if you I'd rather play you playing for like an actual club? Like, would you rather play for, like the Charlotte fucking Hornets or like or or like the Oklahoma City Thunder or play for Barcelona?
Well,
On.
that's what I told my dad because like in the Olympics, a lot of the Spanish players like they're like historically well-known players like in the world. Like everyone goes like, yeah, these guys are good, and my dad's like, oh, they should go to the NBA, and I was like, yeah, but if they go to the NBA, they're gonna be playing for fucking like you said, the Charlotte Hornets, and you're gonna be a seventh man on the bench. It's like I'd rather be the star player in Barcelona or Real Madrid or Munich,
and also just a lifestyle.
Yeah,
exactly. And like living in those cities, like I don't think like Europe, like America, like America is a lot about like the fast life. Like guys who grew up in America, like I fucking can't wait to be in NBA, 82 game season, constantly traveling, new strip clubs every day, blah, 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 the fashion, all this shit, the drip, the attention. I think Europeans just want to play their basketball, go home, drink their wine, have their shisha and just like go again. Like they're just more relaxed, simpler people.
Yeah. And that's not to say that they don't have the passion or the drive. I think it's just, like you said, it's just like their balance is just different, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Like they just have a different type of like they'll have like
more chill. I think
they have like a sustained balance throughout the season, opposed to like the NBA where it's like your party time is like in such a a truncated space of time, realistically, that they go so hard.
Yeah,
like the European play, like they probably go hard, but they don't need to go that hard.
That's why Doncic comes back overweight every off season.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, I just gradually got fatter and fatter. Well, Harden would just like he'll get fat all of a sudden, and he just get super shredded all of a sudden. Like it's like two extremes.
I'm really interested to see how he does in the playoffs.
Hard on. Well, he's got to show up, or else it's fucking questionable.
The slander will be real.
Oh, 100%. Well, that's what they signed him, I guess. Do you think Simmons comes back? Does he make the playoffs? Does he make it?
He's not playing. He's already been ruled out. He's after the season. They're saying, yeah, he's having trouble like moving.
That's very good. He has trouble moving. That is
no, like walking is a recent thing.
But I don't understand how. How?
Dude, I don't know. Dude, didn't Kendrick Nunn suffer an injury in his house, and he's been injured for the whole season? Like sometimes you don't know. But also I was thinking about this, like all the times, like I strain my neck doing pull-ups, and I haven't been able to work out for a week. Like that shit can happen to everyone. Like
yeah, but there's always
like when John Wall tore his Achilles in his bathtub.
That's what I mean. Like I was gonna mention that exact one. It's just like that's so crazy. Tearing your Achilles in randomly.
That happens to everyday people. Like everyday people, like someone I know tore their ACLs getting up on a bus. Like just because you're an athlete doesn't mean that won't happen to you.
That's fucked. But you would think it would be easy, not easier. Like it would be better though because you're more conditioned for that type of shit.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe
who knows if
but maybe you're not conditioned.
Was slippery.
But maybe you're not conditioned for real life though. Maybe that's the fact. Maybe that's like a thing. Like you're just not conditioned for real life like activities. Your body movements are so specified for a particular task that like when you do normal tasks, that is just like you just don't know how to function, I guess.
I think it's just that happens to people. NBA players are still people, so it happens to them as well.
Yeah, like it'd be like
anyone can slip over.
Like if you're like a professional car driver, like you probably still get into like a regular crash on the road. You might because it's just like it just is what it is. You just lapse of judgment.
It wouldn't be your fault. I've heard like if you like get in the car, Lewis Hamilton, like your head won't move because he's so smooth.
Really?
I was talking to someone who's like a race driver, and they're like, yeah, like the thing. He's like, whenever I'm in a car, people always try to like show off to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, they always try to go fast, but he was like, what I get impressed by is if I sit in the passenger seat. I don't even, and like not even leaning back, like leaning forward so that I'm rocking, and I don't rock. And we pull up at even like a sudden brake, and I don't rock. He's like, that control over the car is how I know someone would be a good race driver. Because at the end of the day, that's all F1 is, fucking flooring it and having precision.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You need to have immense control, immense focus as well. Immense focus.
Yeah.
Like just one lapse of judgment, you're fucked. That's what I could probably never do because I think I just have I'd probably have like adult ADHD or something. I just would just veer off just for a second, think of something else, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm in the sidewalk. I'm in the sidewalk now.
Although the adrenaline would help, but I agree. Like you don't find mercurial F1 drivers. Like you don't get like a Mesut Ozil where it's like some games you're just not even focused, and some games it's like no, like F1 drivers are literally focused every second because if they're not, they die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is a life or death situation. Major life or death situation.
Like, I was thinking, when you're watching, like I guess we'll close up soon, but when you're watching we should probably chat a bit about this. When you're watching like the boxing, you kind of see like strikes as like points, but you forget that they actually fucking hurt. And these boxers like can't see and talk for days, and their faces are all inflamed. It's the same thing. Like when you're watching car racing, you watch like an overtake, and you're like, oh my god, like an overtake, like he moves up, but you don't realize like if some like that guy just did some maniac traffic move that could have resulted in death. Like these guys, when you see it live, you're going around the bend. Jordan and I both went live, and you're like, holy shit! Like an overtake at that corner is like just someone being a maniac.
Yeah, it's like it's elite what they do. I think I never had the appreciation. I don't know if you have any. Like you might have the same perspective as well, but like those types, like motorsport especially, those types of sports prior to my enjoyment in the F1 scene, I just thought was just like a corny thing to care about. I'm just like, it's just driving. You're driving around a track. You could probably rope learn it, and yes, you might have to do like some little maneuvers here and there, but realistically, it's just you're just driving. Anyone can drive. But then in the grand scheme of things, and when you actually watch it live, you're like, holy shit, this is crazy what they're doing.
It's crazy.
Real crazy. Speed.
And the balls. You got to focus. You know how sometimes like, do you ever sometimes I find it's more comfortable to live inside your head than be in the moment, because it's like you're thinking about something. Like sometimes I don't know how to say it, but basically, yeah, fine. You can't be thinking, you can't plan ahead at all. You can't be like, if this happens, I'm going to do this and get comfort from that. You just have to fucking focus and be like, I could die. That's it. That's okay. And just focus. Like you just can't. Nothing in your head, nothing in being.
You have to get you basically have to go on autopilot, like essentially, like
pretty much.
Like think about how hard, like even for me, like just doing work. Sometimes it'll be hard for me to get like into like a flow state where it's just like I'm just going for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours straight. They have to do that every single time whenever they're driving. They're practicing, they're qualifying, they're driving, when they're probably training.
It's tough.
Just get into pure flow state. Because
on demand.
Because any other sport, like even boxing, you could probably go like, oh shit, is that fucking Denzel Washington in the car? Like you will be able to to notice different things during a fight, during an NBA game, during an NFL game, soccer game, all that type of stuff. But like F1, you wouldn't even notice anything besides like merely the voices from the pit stop. But even then, like they'll just be driving and they're like, do you copy? Do you copy? Do you copy? And they'll just be like, oh yeah, I copy. Like they just didn't even hear you yelling at them while you're driving. Because
that's the thing. Focused. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they have full-on chats with their engineers. I'm like, dude, these guys are crazy. Like they'll be chucking a whinge their engineers. They're driving around the bend trying to stop some guy cutting inside. To me, that just racks my brain.
Yeah, and that's another appreciation I got after watching the F1 in Melbourne. Is just the engineers, man. Shout out to the engineers. Fuck me, they get pumped. They get pumped, and they all just get fucking clowned. I used to laugh
at they cop it.
Yeah, I used to laugh at when you watch Drive to Survive and they get clowned. It's just, who was it? It was like the second season. George Russell was just like, we've got to do better. Like there's just something completely wrong here. And if you're an engineer when he was driving for Williams, he's like, yeah, there's just something wrong. Like we just got to do better. And I'm like, yeah, George Russell, you tell them. But then if you're an engineer, you would be like, bro, you know how much fucking time I've slept? 0 hours. I've slept nothing. I'm literally just trying to do my best. It's just, we're fucked, mate. We have no resources. We have no money. We're fucked. We're just constantly getting fucked. And the driver's just like, no, I just need to be faster, man. More grip on the tires. I need the front steering to be a lot better. Like, come on, guys. We got to be better.
When the driver fucks up, then the engineers are never like, hey, come on, man. You fucked it. Like, they're never doing that.
They always go like, you okay? You all right? And then they always just be like, yeah, I'm all good. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But to be fair, they're probably like heartbroken as well because, they have the expectations. They were just like, fuck, man. Like, Yeah, especially if they do like a serious crash where you know it's just gonna be millions of dollars. You're like, well, I fucked up really bad. I really
Yeah,
fucked up.
the drivers, yeah. Or you know what? You crash and it's just enough that you can get back on the track if the engineers work 48 hours straight.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I cost them all their weekends.
Well, that was what was it? That was Vettel, wasn't it?
Vettel, yeah.
Yeah.
Both of the Aston Martins. I guarantee those engineers probably had dinner plans. A lot of them probably had plans for after practice, after qualifying, and they all got thrown out the window when those two crashes happened.
100%. They're probably like, oh, I'm going to watch a comedy gig and head out to Revolver and have a good weekend.
100%. Jokes? No, that is actually it.
Yeah, they get no rest, man. Even after the season, you can't even take a holiday. Probably it's just fucking relentless.
The drivers are just getting bottle service in Monaco.
Yeah, they're another group that probably just fucking get after it. Well, 100%. Most of them.
Although
most of them.
Charles Leclerc, the winner, I think we'll close on this.
Yeah,
seems like a great lad. Seems like a really great lad.
Well, yeah, super great, super humble, super good lad.
Yeah.
Super, super good. Like I think him, Russell, and Albon. Those are my three. Like, you know what? These are just truly good, nice guys.
Yeah.
Nice guys. The other one.
Gasly.
Gasly. Actually, no, I think Gasly.
Well, they're all friends. They're all buddies.
Yeah, they all fucking did the go-karting circuit, which is like, fuck, like, just crazy. Like, what a rogue sport that is. Just get into the go-karting scene. Do you think you could be good at go-karting? Have you ever gone go-karting? Like proper go-karting, like petrol go-karting?
I don't think I have. I think once.
It's actually pretty fun.
I did it once. It was fun, yeah.
It's pretty intense. I enjoyed it. If you're like fucking like redlining, it's fucked. Like you feel like you might die, and you're probably only going like 100 kilometers, and because you're so close to the ground.
I enjoyed it. I didn't think that way at all.
Oh yeah, but I mean, when you're flatlining, when you're fucking going hard and you're hitting a turn,
I probably just never flatlined it. I probably just never flatlined it.
Yeah. Flatlining's fucking scary.
Yeah, putting a kid in one of those.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
get out there and go. That's crazy.
Get a fucking 8-year-old kid, 7-year-old kid just flatlining. Pretty mad. Pretty bad. But now we're close. We're gonna make it a shorter one because me and David are fucking gassed. Like, what time do you get back?
No. Man, I got up Tuesday morning. I've slept like 9 hours in the past. Like, apart from last night, I slept like 9 hours since like Thursday night.
Oh, dude, same. And with me, dude, I had to add fucking 20 hours of driving. It was fucking intense.
Yeah, I don't know how. Fuck.
I don't know how. I just shouldn't
have gone to work yesterday.
Yeah. No. Yesterday was rough. I was like, man, this is fucked. I've had no sleep. No sleep. It was literally 4 a.m. finishes, 10 a.m. starts, 9 a.m. starts, 8 a.m. starts. And I was in a hostel where fucking people were cracked.
Yeah.
The fucking dungeon. But no.
That does sound not fun.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun. We'll leave it here anyway. As always, we give a little bit of inspiration, bit of guidance. I mean, we're heading into Easter holiday. I assume, is Easter holiday same all over the world, or is it just like, is it all dependent on like the cycle of the sun? I don't know. I assume it's Easter.
I think it's the same everywhere. I think.
So everyone, happy Easter. Hopefully you get public holiday. No,
I think it depends on the Sunday. It's always the Sunday.
Yeah. It's the second Sunday of the year or some shit, something like that. Third Sunday. No, it's third Sunday. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm fucking tired. Do you have any advice for the listeners?
I didn't know. My thing is, if you ever go on a long holiday, although you might feel like a dick asking for an extra day off for the recovery afterwards, always do it because you'll pay for it if you don't.
All right, all good. Peace.
Dude, I'm fucked. I'm gonna.